Well, we opened our eyes this morning and found ourselves still at Clear Lake, Iowa. Same place as yesterday. We're gonna make it home today. It's gonna be a full day driving, sort of. 9 hours if I just drive straight through. And you know me, on my last day on the way home, I don't stop for much. Bathroom breaks only. Grab snacks. Probably eat so unhealthy on my last day of the trip. But I don't care, I'm going home. Eat when I get home. I'm excited. So we're not getting any closer, just sitting here. Let's get on the road. Off we go. Just merging onto the interstate here. Getting the day started. This is the best part of every day. Actually, today, the best part of today will be getting home. Who am I kidding? But the best feeling of the day, in the morning anyways, is when you get on the road and get rolling again. I'm not that much of a morning person, but I'm getting better at it. This is always my favorite part of the morning, though. I shouldn't say the whole day. It's my favorite part of the morning. This is where I'm most happy. I'm not happy when not as happy when I'm just sitting around. Usually I got lots of stuff to do and I keep myself busy. But nothing beats just...
Continue 181 kilometers on not 35
Well,
north.
she sort of puts a damper on it. She interrupts me all the time. But nothing beats just watching the scenery roll by, you know what I mean? Sunshiny day here, getting closer to North Dakota. I-94, still in America. Once we get to North Dakota, we'll hit I-29, head straight north. The regular route home. Familiar trails. So glad the sun came out. On Sunday, it's supposed to be plus 13 degrees Celsius. What would that be in Fahrenheit? 0 would be freezing, so 13 would be... Oh, I'm so bad at math in my head. I know there's a formula to figure this out. I'm gonna guess that's like around, what, 50? 50 Fahrenheit? Woo! T-shirt weather. I'm gonna have to go down to the campsite to see when I can get my camper in there. They said as soon as it dries up, because it's real mucky right now, all the snow is still melting. As soon as it dries up, I can get my camper into our new site. I mean, off my yard. It's in the way. And then this summer, I can also figure out where what I'm gonna do with my semi-truck, my Freightliner. Gonna be looking at selling that thing. Any of you guys know anybody looking for a truck? It's got a good moose bumper on it. All right, buddy, you done? He's been going back and forth and back and forth. First, he tried to fill his tank where he's at right now, and then he backed up, said he could fill his truck, and then he went back, said he could fill his trailer again, then he went back, so he could fill his truck. You can't back up again, buddy. I'm right here this time. Are you done now? This guy to my right, I was sitting beside him for 15 minutes. He's not even pumping the fuel. He's inside somewhere. His truck's just sitting in the pumps. Bugs me when people do that, you know? I'm sure there's a reason, hopefully. Okay, you're gonna pull all the way through now, right? So that I can fuel, you know? Right. Yeah, this guy on the right here, he's just sitting there. He's not doing anything. He's just blocking the pumps. That is frustrating. All right, let's quickly fuel up. We're gonna take our half-hour break here right after. And then book it home. Right, Diesel, we got 10 minutes till we can start rolling again. 10 minutes to enjoy this goodness. Looks good, doesn't it? Told you guys I didn't exactly have the healthiest menu on my mind today, but I got a protein bar. That counts for something, right? Build the muscles. Whatever, makes me feel better about having those smokies. One is a bacon cheddar smoky and one's just a cheddar smoky. I don't know which is which. It's gonna be a surprise. Shield your eyes, Diesel. This is going to be magnificent. Oh. Oh. That's the bacon one. That's the bacon one. Just enough time to eat. All right, that's our 30. Off we go. No wasting time today, not 1 minute. Ah, except this guy's coming in here now. I'll go out the other way. All right, there we go. That's Murphy's Law, though. Gets me every single time. Whenever I want to go somewhere, whenever I want to start moving, that's when everybody else wants to start moving too. Happens all the time.
Turn left on 32nd Avenue South.
Well, we're here at the Canadian border. Very exciting, very exciting. This is my home crossing, you might say. This is where I cross the most. And of course, as soon as I want to start talking, everything in the truck starts dinging and waking up. These are the good people that keep us safe. Well, they do the best they can to keep us safe here. Well, apparently Canada has taken their border security a little more seriously now. Maybe they've been watching my videos. I know some of you do. I know some of you do. Because you've mentioned it before. So, hello Border Patrol. I know you're watching me right now. That is exactly why I say these things sometimes. When I say that it's too easy to get stuff into Canada, I say these things specifically to raise awareness so that maybe the right people will hear it and beef up security a little bit, right? Because it's a concern. Seems to be what they're doing now. So, when I got up to the window, he asked me what kind of seal I had on my trailer. The seal, a typical seal, you know, one of those plastic seals. And he says, why don't you have a high security seal? It's sealed. I have a seal. He's like, no. What's a high security seal? Probably a bolt seal, I'm guessing. High security bolt seal, that's what I'm guessing. I was just sort of guessing, right? I guess it's a bolt seal. He's like, all right, why don't you have a bolt seal on your trailer? I've never been asked to have a bolt seal on my trailer before. I checked, like I stopped in Pembina there, just before the border, and I checked to make sure my seal wasn't broken. Canadian Border Services, apparently now, I've got to look into this. This is the first I'm hearing of it, but apparently it's always been in effect. I'm gonna have to talk to some people because no one ever told me. But to get across, you cannot cross into Canada with just a plastic seal anymore. It has to be a high security seal, a bolt seal. Something that's not breakable with just your hand, that you need a tool, I guess. But you know, anyone can just go to Canadian Tire, Lowe's, or Home Depot and get a bolt cutter and get into your trailer. Anyways, he sort of blindsided me with that, and I've never been blindsided like that at the Canadian customs. I expect to be blindsided going into the States. I get blindsided all the time, all these random questions. And you just sort of got to be like, yeah, answer them truthfully. They'll ask the same question 3 different ways. Just answer it truthfully, look them in the eye. But this time was different. I liked it. It was good. It wasn't inconvenient. It wasn't invasive. But they did give me a little bit of a harder time, which I appreciate. Because I appreciate that they're concerned about what is coming across the border. You know what I mean? Into Canada. Just a heads up for the rest of you guys. When you come across the border into Canada or across into the States, you gotta have a high security seal on your trailer, which means a bolt seal. Your company is obligated to supply them for you, is what he told me. Now I'm gonna go into the office next chance I get and talk to them about this and ask them, why have I never heard of this before, and why have I not been given high security seals? Right? Or is he just making stuff up to give me a hard time? I like to be prepared and confident when I reach the border. I sort of do my homework before I go there. I figure out how long have I been in the United States. Where did I go? What did I buy? Where's the receipts for what I bought? You need to claim everything that you buy. What are the questions he's going to ask me and what are the answers to them? I like to mentally prepare myself so that I'm not stumbling over my words when he asks me questions. So when he asked me those questions, I was obviously unprepared because I've never been asked those questions before and I've never even heard of them. I didn't like that. I didn't like not being prepared for that. But I think I was pretty confident. I looked him in the eye and I answered all of his questions without stuttering and honestly. And I think he could tell that I was being honest, that I had no idea what he was talking about. And so he just told me, go to your dispatch and let them know what I'm telling you. So I'm like, okay. Yes, sir. First chance I get, I will go into the office and talk to them about that. I'm gonna look into this whole seal thing though, a little bit more in depth and let you guys know what I find once we look more into it. He could have just been trying to see what I knew about it. Because I was always under the impression that as long as it was sealed or locked, it was okay. But now it has to be a specific approved seal. Never heard of that before. And apparently it's been like this for a while, so I don't know. I'll look into it and I'll let you guys know what I find.
I don't know what you guys do when you get home. This is what I do. Put my feet up. So I'm not sure what we're all going to be up to this weekend yet, but I know it's going to involve a lot of this. Relaxing. I got to get some vlogs put together though. Obviously that's a daily thing. That doesn't get put on hold. So I'm just finishing up today's. What a fun day that was. What a weird border experience though. I've never been asked that at the border. I know that the trailers have to be sealed to cross the border. They're supposed to be sealed, right? That's kind of obvious in my mind. Maybe just because I've done it for so long, but I've used plastic seals crossing the border all the time, right? As long as it's sealed and they go back there and they can tell it's still sealed, good to go. But this guy was trying to tell me that I need to have a special fancy seal. And apparently it's always been that way. And I was trying to tell him, I've been crossing the border regularly, like once a week for 6 years. Never heard of this before. Maybe all the seals I was using have been adequate? I don't know, because he asked me the question at the border, and they often do, you know, is your trailer sealed? I'm like, yes it is, and it's what kind of seal? Oh, it's a plastic seal, typical seal, common. He's like, why? Because that's the seal I got given by the customer or by the shipper. Well, what do you mean why, right? Why am I using that seal? Well, because that's the seal that matches the seal number on my paperwork. How about that? How else can I explain it? Why I have that seal on my trailer? It's so that I know that there has been no one in my trailer, so that everything that is in there is exactly as it was when I left the shipper. But anyways, he goes on in this huge talk. He was just sort of hassling me. I think it was for no reason. But whatever, like I said, I'm just glad that they're taking security seriously. They always have, don't get me wrong. It's our border and customs enforcement do a really good job. We even have TV shows dedicated to them about the good job that they do and the stuff they have to deal with at the airports and stuff and land crossings. They deal with a lot. They do a really good job. But I always sort of bug them because, you know, US has all these fancy gizmos and gadgets to scan your trailer and whatnot, and I've never seen that at any Canadian crossing before, so every once in a while I like to make a bit of a joke. I'm not always serious, but make a bit of a joke, raise awareness that, hey, maybe we need to beef up security a little bit, you know, this world is getting crazy, you know. I wish I could say the world was getting better, but it just seems like the world is getting worse. But it's not that bad where we live here, but I don't want it to get bad either, right? So, whatever, I always talk about that. So maybe that's what they're doing now, they're beefing up security. In which case, cool, whatever. But I really think that he was just going on and on about this seal. Because he's like, well, if you put a plastic seal on your trailer, we don't. It's easy to try to put it back together. And I was trying to explain to him, no, once the seal's broken, it's broken. You can tell it's broken. And he was trying to tell me that no. If you break a plastic seal, you can make it look like it's still sealed. And then I politely responded, well, if you go and do that, when I go and check my seal before I come to customs, I pull it and I can clearly tell that the seal is broken. But he didn't believe that. I don't know what that was all about. But anyways, I'll look into it. I'll let you guys know if we have to have some kind of specific bolt seal now, or if those regular plastic seals are still good. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna end this vlog here. It was a fun day. The ride home is always a fun day. Tomorrow, and the next day and the next day, we'll be here at home. We're going out for lunch, going out for suppers. On Sunday, I'm going out with my family. We're going bowling and to a cool 50s diner here in Steinbach that just opened. I'm really looking forward to that. We'll just have to wait and see. Tune in tomorrow anytime for 4 a.m. Central Time. If you guys want to hang out with me for my birthday weekend, see what I get filmed. I'll see you tomorrow. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and join my life as I live out of a truck most of the time. And my life when I'm here at home. Why is my blanket up like that? Just saw that in the background there right now. Gotta fix this before we end the vlog. What's going on here? There we go.